Hello and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, we are going to be looking at how to harness the power of AI in data analytics or in our work as data professionals. All right. Now, before we start, I just want to put this out there that this is not a video on whether AI is going to replace the job of data professionals or not. I'm not here to debunk or confirm that fact. This is not a video for that. All right. But then I'm here to establish the fact that AI indeed can help you as a data analyst or helps us as a data analyst in our roles as data professionals. And you might be asking, Meshach, what do you mean by AI can help us in our roles as data professionals? Now, before I answer that question, this is something I've already said in the past that when it comes to data analytics, there are some things that are really important in this field other than the visualization. Data analytics or data analysis, like some people say, isn't all about visualization. Data analytics is simply the ability to communicate insight from data sets that you've been given, all right, to stakeholders, to your audience, or to management. All right, that is the main purpose of you being a data analyst in the company or you working on a project, is for you to be able to answer specific and important questions, all right, before the visualization and all other things come into the picture. All right, and so I did mention in some of my videos, my previous videos, especially my data cleaning videos, if you haven't watched them, I'll leave them somewhere right down here, down there, or up here. All right. So the thing is that when it comes to data analytics, one of the most important things is data cleaning. And you need to have your data cleaning and transformation on point in order for you to be able to perform the right analysis. All right. If your data cleaning and transformation is bad, then you're unable to perform the right data analysis for your project. All right. And so this is one of the things that is very much crucial in data analytics, especially once you are or if you are starting out as a beginner. You need to pay attention to things like data cleaning and transformation. And like I've already established that this is a part that takes a lot of time in your work as a data professional. Now, the second thing that is very crucial in this field as a data analyst is to be able to ask the right questions, all right? Being able to ask the right questions or being able to assume, not even assume, but being able to know what it is that you want your data to solve. Okay, you want your data analytics or your project to solve. All right, and this is the second most important step. Now, there is a step that a lot of the times a lot of people bypass or they do not pay attention to, and that affects their work as data professionals. All right, because if I'm not asking the right questions, then who am I? I mean, what is the data even for? Okay, so being able to ask the right questions is crucial. But the problem is, how do we ask the right questions as data professionals, as beginners? All right, how do we ask the right questions? Okay, how do we ask the right questions? I'm just starting out as a data analyst, and you are telling me to ask the right questions. How do I ask the right questions? What are the things that I need to look out for in my data set to be able to ask the right question? And there is no one way answer to this because data sets or projects differ from person to person. Someone might be working on healthcare projects, someone might be working on finance projects, and all of those things. So, what works for one person does not necessarily have to work for the other person. The question that someone working on a finance project will be asking is probably going to be different from the questions that someone in the healthcare sector will be asking, and so on and so forth. But then if we are able to harness the power of AI, then it doesn't matter what projects we are working on, being in sports, being in healthcare, being in finance, being in procurement, sales, it wouldn't matter. All right, because what AI does is that, or how we use the AI in this regard, is to let AI, all right, let AI break down our project to help us know what and what we need to look out for. All right, to know what what questions we are supposed to ask and which ones we shouldn't really pay attention to. Now, before I continue, I just wanted to let you know that AI helping us in our analysis doesn't mean whatever AI provides is what we should be taking. No, that is not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that AI can help you to understand the project. Take me, for instance, I have a finance background, all right? That's where I have domain knowledge in. I have no experience or any knowledge in healthcare sector. So does it mean if I'm working on a project that is based on the healthcare sector, I'm going to tell the person that gave me the project that I don't have any domain knowledge in that sector, so I cannot work on the project? Do you understand? So saying that does that make me a good data analyst? No, that doesn't make me a professional, right? Because as a data analyst, it really doesn't matter what data sets you have. You should be able to do something on the data set, all right? But then again, I have no domain knowledge, so I can't also just go into and start putting things together. But what I can do is I can use AI to break the data set down for me, provide me with some questions that I can look at and compare with my data set in order to also sit down and now say, okay, so this is what the data set is really about from what AI is showing. And so these questions are likely to be the important questions, and the breakdown of the data set is this. So now I can base my analysis on the breakdown that AI has given me and on the questions that AI has provided, and then set my own questions or even use what AI has given me, especially if you're a beginner. All right, use what AI has given me in order to start building my vision, and then as time goes on, I'm going to build on my analytical skills. Do you understand? It's analytical skills. So it's not something that you are going to know outright. It's something you need to practice on for you to be able to develop. And it's fine if you are starting out and you don't know what to look out for. It's fine. That is what AI is there. All right. And so in this video, that's what I want to talk about. All right. To show you how you can use AI in your data analytics project or in your role as a data analyst. All right. So in this project, what we are going to be using, the AI tool we are going to be using is ChatGPT. Now I'm using ChatGPT because it's the most popular of most of the AI tools that everyone knows. All right. So I'm going to be using ChatGPT. I'm going to go in there and show you what I'm talking about. So like I said, this is a data set that we have. Now, this data set is called the healthcare data. There is called it is of healthcare sector. All right, this is a healthcare project. All right, and like I've already quoted and said that I don't have any domain knowledge in healthcare. I have a domain knowledge in finance. All right, but I've been given a project like this, and I'm supposed to answer some very important questions and make this data set answer questions that will be relevant. All right, to my audience. So yeah, there is a data set we are going to be using, and I'm going to see how ChatGPT is going to help us know what and what we need to look out for, so that if you are also having a project like this that you have no knowledge in, you know how to go about it using AI. All right. And so this is a data set, patient ID. You can see everything here that this is indeed healthcare project because patient ID, blood type, medical condition, date of admission, doctor. So this is indeed a healthcare project. All right. So we are going to go into ChatGPT. So this is my ChatGPT. All right, this is my ChatGPT. Now, one thing that you need to look out for is that before you can use this function I'm about to talk about, you should have signed up to ChatGPT. You should sign up to it. If you are not signed up to ChatGPT, you are not going to be able to use this feature. All right, so you need to sign up to ChatGPT, and it's easy to do that. Just go to ChatGPT. All right, you can just go to ChatGPT in your Google search, and then you are going to click on ChatGPT. And if you don't already have, if you are not already signed up, it's going to give you an option to sign up. So I'm signed up on it, so you can see my name right here, Meshakabedu Kwansa. So that means I already have access to this feature. Okay, so if you are not, just take a minute, you can pause this video and then you can sign up and then you can come back and continue watching the video. All right, so once you are signed up, what are we going to do next? Now there are two ways you can go about it. You can either pull your Excel, CSV, whatever file in there, or you can start typing what you are looking for, what was ChatGPT to help you with, and then you can add the data set, the file, the CSV, the Excel file. All right, so you can do it either ways. So what I like to do first, I like to pull in my data. All right, so you click on this. Now I'm going to go to add photos and file, and I'm going to search for my data set. So where's my data set? So data and healthcare, right? So healthcare. So this is my data set. So now I'm going to upload this. So it's uploaded, and then I'm going to actually. So what do I want ChatGPT to do for me with this particular data set? Now I want ChatGPT to analyze the data set, break this data set down, tell me what some of the important questions are as a data analyst. You understand that I can create visualizations on and a few other things. So depending on where you are, what you are working with, how you want to frame your question, you can type anything and ChatGPT will help you out. Now, so I'm going to type what I want to get from ChatGPT. Depends on where you are, what you want from ChatGPT. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the same thing. Even for me, there are times that I change whatever that I ask ChatGPT. So you can do the same. All right, but I'm just showing you how it works. All right, so I'm going to say hello there. Now you're going to forgive me because I love to ask ChatGPT how he's doing. All right, so hello there. We're doing well. Most of the time, I like to think it's a person, so you're going to forgive me for that. So let us trust you are doing well. Provide me with some analytical questions to work on as a data analyst. Kindly make the questions relevant to solving business problems. All right, and then I'm going to hit on enter. So this is what I want from ChatGPT. All right, so it's going to take a minute. So the question is, the statement is, hello there, trust you are doing well, and I need assistance with this particular data set. All right, and I'm saying, can you kindly break it down, analyze it, and provide me with some analytical questions to work on as a data analyst? Kindly make the questions relevant to solving business problems. All right, so I need ChatGPT to analyze this data set and provide me with these things. Okay, so ChatGPT is going to give me some information, and you can see, so it's giving me some specific information regarding this particular data set. It's giving me the rows, the column, the key fields, giving that these are the key fields. All right, so it's breaking the data set down for me. All right, because I've just uploaded and I want it to break the data set down whilst analyzing and providing me some analytical questions. So it's breaking it down. So this is a data set overview, and it's giving me this. It's giving the key fields that this medical information. So it's giving me all of this. All right, and it's giving me high level ifs, I say patient level demographics and all that. So now it's saying that business relevant analytical questions, and it's giving me this. So these are what we can base on to start creating our visualizations if you're okay with it. So it's saying that some of the questions you can ask is, what is the age distribution of patients by medical conditions? Are certain conditions more prevalent in specific genders or blood type? Which medical conditions are most common in elderly patients? So these are questions that we can now look at. And what I like to do is, when ChatGPT gives me this, what I like to do is I jot some things down. I get a pen and paper, and I write some of the questions that I think will be important to me, because not everything will be important, and you can't visualize everything on in your project. All right, so you list out. So when I look at it, some of the things that I can actually work with after looking at this and understanding this information. All right, what I can do again is, now I can come down to the business relevant analytical questions, and I can start jotting some of the questions that will be important in my analysis down. So I can look at it and say, what age distribution of patient, what the age distribution. So I can take this, and certain conditions more prevalent. So if you want to take this, you can take this as well. Which medical conditions are most common in elderly patients 65 plus? Now you can write these questions down. If you think these are questions that you want to show in your analysis, then you can come here, so you can check every question that ChatGPT has done, what has provided for you. You can write them down, and then now you can go back and then compare it to what you already have in here and see if, oh, okay, so I can work with this, 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 I can work with that, before you upload the data set. And then once you have your question set, you'll go in there, because now you have your questions, you have your analytical questions written down, questions that I think will be important, to showcase with visualization. And then once that is done, you can go and then create your visualizations. All right, so yeah, this is how ChatGPT can help us in analyzing our data set or in data analytics. There are so much more that it can do for you, but since we are just starting out, I just wanted to show you this.